All right, we're going to fill in the two-way table and we're going to calculate these handful of probabilities before we move on to the Venn diagram and the tree diagram. Now I'm going to go a tiny bit fast, so I'm super sorry. If you need to slow down or pause, feel free to slow down or pause the video at any given point. But I just don't want to take 15 minutes going through one problem, so I'm going to try and keep this relatively short. Sample size, that goes in our total right here. Now, we've got male and female, and blue and not blue, which we have a little key here, and if I were to scroll up, this is what our little key is. So probability of picking blue is 84. Awesome. Probability of picking a male is 64. I'm assuming these are totals because I don't really have any additional information. So I'm going to put those in total spots. Probability of picking female given they like blue. Here's liking blue 84, 48 will go right up above it. We're going to do some quick subtraction here to fill in the rest of the table, or you can do some quick mental math, whichever works better for you. I'm going to go ahead and just use my calculator so that I don't make any mathematical mistakes. So we get 36 up here. We get 28 in this box right here. 116. And that one, we get 136 here. My pen's being a bit stupid, I'm so sorry. And then in my last spot, we get 88. Now, for those who are wondering, how are you getting these numbers? To get this first one, let me actually color code these a tiny bit. Let me try and label them. So the first one I got was this one. And I got that by doing 84 minus 48 to get the 36. And then I got not this male and not blue one right here next. And again, I just did some subtraction. 64 minus, that's a 4, minus 36 to get the 28. So I'm just doing a lot of subtraction in order to fill in all the values on the table. Now that I have all the values on the table, I'm going to quickly calculate some of these probabilities. And I'm also going to make sure that I have decimals, because I know that the decimals are going to come in handy when we get to the tree diagram. So I am going to make sure I have decimals. We're going to start with this one right here, probability of picking blue given they're female. Well, my female total is 136 right here. I'm going to use 48 out of 136. And I'm going to go ahead and just stick with the way how the fractions are being written up above for space reasons. I'm going to run out of space otherwise. Okay, probability of picking a male and them liking the color blue. We've got only one number for that. Let me actually do this pretty color. We got one number for that, and that happens to be 36 right here. So 36 are both males who like the color blue out of 200. Now for this last one, we do have to do probably a little bit more work because it is an or. Male or like the color of blue. I'm going to actually switch to this beautiful blue. This one I think I have just enough room, so I'm going to put the 200 down here because it's going to be out of my grand total of the table. I've got 64 males and 84 in total who like the color blue. but I can't count those 36 people. I can't count these 36 people here because if I count those 36 people a second time, my data gets skewed and I don't want that. So I'm going to subtract 36, if my pen will work. There we go. So 64 plus 84 minus 36 plus 84 minus 36, we get 112. Out of 200. And then, yes, I am going to get decimals for basically all of these because I will probably need them when I go and do the tree diagram, but I'm not going to put all of them down for right now. I'm just going to put a couple down. So 84 divided by 200 is the first one. I know I for sure will need this, so I'm going to do 0.42. We're going to start there. And then for the males, 64 out of 200. That is a grand total of 0.32 as a decimal. And I'll do that for every single one of these. So finish getting the decimals for all of those before we move to the Venn diagram and the tree diagram.